So we're in the aftermath of the silver squeeze now. Silver just had a nice, interesting little week this past week. The price just shot way up, and that's come down a little, not back down to where it was before. Has buying not this past week but the week before, and I was getting it for bought under $25 an ounce. That was basically my last purchase. I haven't been able to make it to the LCS this week, so I haven't been able to do the $10 a week challenge, but it's all good. Life has obstacles sometimes. That's part of life. And I do think that silver had some time in the spotlight, and I think that we're gonna see a little bit of a rise in the amount of people who are interested in buying silver, buying it right now, and I think there's going to be more slowly trickling in over time. Any time that asset has a spotlight shown on it like that, many people start buying right away. Some people start doing research on it but don't start buying. Some people, it piques some interest and they might buy later on. They might want to do some research before they start buying. But some time goes by, they've done their research, now they're buying. That's kind of what I anticipate. I'm still bullish on silver, even though I might not be buying a whole lot. I basically speculate with silver, as you guys all know, and I hope to move it into gold at some point. And if not, I'm fully happy with buying silver the way it is. I'm going to be buying a bit, not as much as before, doing some collecting. I want to get some more channel grounds from different channels this year. There are some fun pieces to get. And if you do pour, you want a beaver bar, beaver round, beaver chunk, let me know and hopefully we can make a trade or something like that. I do enjoy the trades with other channels for pourers. I'm very happy I got this one from Will's Treasures. But with the uptick in people I see coming into silver, I just see it as we've got room to go with silver. I still see it as having some room to go. But when people are trying to buy in to make some quick cash with physical silver, I don't think that is a wise decision. I think you should only buy precious metals if you could hold them. If you're confident you can hold it for at least 10 years. And if not, it might not be the wisest decision for you. There may be some other priorities in life. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just see it as a lot of people trying to make some quick cash, a lot of traders pumping and dumping, and now that's kind of over. We've had the spotlight shown on silver, and I see it just, how could it not go up with over time when more people are getting interested in silver? We barely had anyone interested in silver before this. It was a very small group of people who were actually buying silver. That kind of tells me that anytime the spotlight's shown on an asset, when that little people are really into the asset, it's bound to have an uptick in price. When we're places are mandating solar panels to be on all electric cars by certain dates. So that tells me to be very bullish on silver. There's so many other things that they're gonna mandate. All the new technology that we're seeing, when we have to have these compact cell phones and everything must be really compact in terms of technology, a lot of that is using silver solder. So I see it, the more compact technology, like, that's gonna keep going up and up and up and up. That's gonna require silver solder. Another good reason to be bullish on silver, and that silver solder that's used in all these cell phones, computers, and everything, when they're trying to keep the connections really compact, that is not really worth recycling, so it just gets tossed aside. The more that increases over time, the more that's going to reduce the amount of supply, and the more it could potentially drive up the price to make it worth recycling that silver in the future. There's many reasons to still be bullish on silver. Even though we just had the price rise, even though we've just had this pump and dump, I'm still bullish on silver. But in today's world, I kind of determine a value on this asset of silver. on all assets, but I'll talk about silver right now. I kind of determined the value of it in my own mind, where it kind of should be. I buy to a certain point, because they have to actually be able to profit off of it and everything at the same time. And what I really want though is gold for my savings, for my long-term wealth. I need to have some room to profit off of silver in order to move it into gold. And there's many other assets. There's some gold producers that I see are as cheap right now. With that being said, there is other opportunity in terms of precious metals. I am very bullish on a few different mining companies. I'm not so much into the royalty companies as I am the producers, the people who actually get out of the ground and who have a stable record at stable mines, who have a track record at those mines. So you know if they're still getting more gold, silver, copper, lead, nickel, aluminum, whatever they're mining. Or you can start to see if the mine's starting to run out and everything, you get a good record of cash flow. It's a lot more conservative to do it that way than to speculate on which mines are actually going to be successful. So there's less risk but less reward that way. And I do see some other opportunities besides just the physical metals. I do see some opportunities with producers. I do prefer to get the physical, but at a certain point I weigh that risk reward in comparison, and if there's better opportunity elsewhere, I'm going to go there. Gold to me is where the opportunity is right now, the physical gold. But if that starts to run up, some of these producers that I see as undervalued now, I'm going to start getting that instead of the physical. That's kind of my mindset. I'm still going to be getting physical gold no matter what, obviously, but the budget's going to go down. I might only get an ounce this year instead of an ounce and a half, let's say. That's what I want to get, an ounce and a half throughout 2021. But if the price goes way up and everything, I see better opportunity with producers. I'm probably going to only get an ounce and some producers. That's kind of what I'm thinking with all these price fluctuations. I'm constantly on the lookout, constantly looking for where the opportunity is. I'm still going to be buying gold no matter what, but instead of buying that extra amount of gold if it goes up, I might start putting into producers only if there is opportunity there that exceeds gold and there's better risk reward ratio there than physical gold, which is extremely rare. If that comes along, I suggest buying up some of those companies while you can, before you cannot buy it at that price anymore, because they typically don't last too long in that range, especially in these kinds of times. It might be 1 or 2 weeks, especially when you have all these assets going up, they're all going parabolic. There's asset bubbles everywhere. And with the spotlight on silver, why can't we have a bubble in silver eventually? When you really think about it, when every other asset is, when we're printing this much money, subscribe and watch tomorrow's video, wait for that, because I'm going to do one on the M1 money supply. Throughout all of 2020, I might have been saying be careful at $30, but that's because I know it's going to be there for a day, then drop right back down. I was extremely confident in that. Just as confident as I am at the free throw line or anything like that, let's say. So some things you could just feel as it's happening, but now I see it as the aftermath of that. The spotlight shown on silver, it's got some room to run. That temporary pump and dump, when they saw it at $30, that was still historic, and they're starting to dump there. That's still historically undervalued in comparison to gold. 50 to 1 is my ratio that I'm looking for in terms to start swapping into gold. That doesn't mean I'm going to be swapping much into gold. That's just an appropriate level to me throughout history to swap into gold. I know that the ratio used to be much lower than 50 to 1, but there's a few things that have happened since then that make it so I don't believe silver should be that low of a ratio. Like the gold to silver ratio should be that low. Just my thoughts, just my opinions though. I'd love to do a video on that later on at some point. But for now, I've been waiting a while to open this package. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm only going to do one package here, but Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be opening this up right now. There's a piece in here. I got a few pieces in here, but I didn't even know one of these pieces existed. Okay, so there's some surprises in here as well. Give me $5. Oh, these are the Canada art, the space armor or whatever. $5 bills. That's so cool. Yes, you can see it's one of those ones. There's two of them, both same. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put those up top. And I was not expecting either of those at all. So yeah, there's some coins there too. It says, Mill, thank you for the trade. I couldn't just forget the cash, so I split the apple in half. Keep up the awesome content. Again, thanks my friend, Rick. So, yeah, I made a trade with MB Sarge 27271. So I made a trade with him for some fun pieces, and I didn't exactly know what all would be in this, but let's see, because yeah, he offered me $20 with the trade. I told him not to throw any cash in there or anything, and that's all good, and he couldn't help it but throw in the $10, so I really want to say thank you for that. You don't need to give me the extra, but I do appreciate it. Rick, you're the man. So that's a nice shiny maple there. And what year is that? 2019. Nice. So that's pretty awesome there. I love the luster on these maples. That is real nice. So I'm gonna put that one down. Well, here is the Michael Jordan round. So he is my favorite basketball player of all time. And yeah, there is so much about him that inspires me in many ways. I've got his 10 practices, daily practices of success written on my wall, on my door, taped to it so I see it every morning before I leave the house. Give me a little extra motivation throughout my day. Help me be the best person I could be. So, and also inspires me to work on my fadeaway, because after Michael Jordan showed up, everyone wants to work on their fadeaway. But yeah, so that one I did request throughout the trade, and yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. That is like a mirror, I do have to say. What a nice round. So I am really happy about that one. And then there is this other maple. So that looks like a proof. No, I don't think it's proof. I think it's just super shiny. Yeah, it's not proof, but that is pretty cool. And it's a 2000. So that is an awesome privy for that one. I don't know much about these maples, but I do know I really enjoy this one. I am pretty happy about that. Thank you for throwing that one in too. And yeah, I'm pretty happy about them all, but yeah, I'm real happy about this one because I didn't even know these existed until he showed me. And yeah, as you guys can tell, I am real happy about it. I didn't even know they existed, and when he showed me it, I was real excited and said, okay, I have to have the Michael Jordan. Definitely got to get that one. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So his link is right on the screen here, somewhere depending on the device. And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay positive. See you next time. And go give him a subscription. Go give him a like. Tell him I sent you. Leave a nice comment, because he is clearly the man. So, thanks. Bye.